All right, welcome back. Today we are talking about the wealthy place, the wealthy place, and also we are going to talk about the two categories of people in the wealthy place. I know that if you are a student of scripture, you could have come across the terminology or the word wealthy place before, or if you are a person who have studied the issue of finances from biblical perspective, I believe that one day or the other you will have heard the word wealthy place before the scripture. And today we are actually going to talk about touch the areas of that scripture of wealthy place. But before we go, uh, we are going to also talk about the two categories of people who are in the wealthy place, and this is going to become an upgrade of what we listened to in the last video. Remember, we talked in the last video about two ways money work in wealth creation, and I talk a little bit randomly about wealth creation, but I didn't talk deeply about it. But in this video, I'm going to talk about wealth creation in deep sense, and don't forget, I'm going to talk about it from also from worldly from sorry from biblical perspectives. Yeah, because there's always a biblical perspective to everything the world brings. In fact, most of the time the concept that the world use are actually borrowed from the scripture. And also we are going to give uh, definitions and essence to the issue of wealth creation. But we can't say wealth creation without understanding where wealth actually domicile, because and that is the issue of wealthy place. We're going to talk about this video, because there is a place where wealth can be found. There is a place where wealth can be located. You see that now. Wealth is not everywhere, and we have to understand that. Uh, you can't see gold everywhere in the world. You can't see oil everywhere in the world. There are particular location where you can find oil. The particular location where you can find gold, silver, diamond, all those steel, iron ore, all those things. They are particular they are still on earth, but they are a place where you can find them. You see that now. You won't see gold anywhere in the street or anywhere else. Anyhow, there are places where gold can be digged. There are places where gold can be found. There are places where oil can be found. You see that now. So that is also uh, goes for wealth. Wealth are not everywhere. It's not everything a man does that bring wealth. No. And we have to remove that illusion out of our memory into believing that, oh, when I do this thing, it's not everything you do that bring wealth. You just have to come to terms with it. And so that you not be frustrated or be expecting more when you don't do the right thing. It's not every job that will give you wealth. It's not everything you do that will bring wealth. There are some things that you do, you only give you what you eat. And you have to agree to it that you give you what you eat. Because people want to be that illusion of what do you mean by that? No. You just have to play with yourself and be serious and be sincere. Because one of the trick people have entered so much in this time is the trick of insincerity. People love to carry themselves high more than what they are, which is not actually sitting well with me. When I'm not it, I'm not it. When I'm it, I'm it. That's supposed to be a kind of lifestyle people must live. You see that now. So there are two categories of people in the wealthy place, and every believer must know that there is a wealthy place for everyone who knows how to get there. Wealth has a place, it has locations, and there are directions to get there. So that now, so there is wealth as a place, it has location, and there are directions to get there. It's not every road that leads to wealth. It's not every road that look like money road that will lead to wealth. But money road will only lead you to what you can eat, few clothes you can buy, and that's all. There are some money road that will lead you to just buy few things, and there are some money road that will lead you to wealth, abundance of wealth. You see that now. So, and you must come to terms and understand these things, that there are directions to it. There are concise organogram. There is a route that make us arrive at that wealthy place. So before I even move further, what do we mean by wealthy place, or what is wealthy place? For people that have not understood, that have not heard that one before, I want you to turn the Bible to Psalms chapter 66, verse 12. Psalm chapter 66, verse 12. The Bible says, Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. He said, You have caused men right over our heads. We have went through fire and through water, but you have brought us out into a wealthy place. There is a wealthy place. There is a place where it is full of milk and honey, and there are ways to get there. So if you are already questioning, what do we mean by wealthy place? Wealthy place are places where there is abundance of resources, abundance of money, and abundance of manpower. And this place makes sure that it in itself does not run dry. It's like an ocean, it doesn't run dry. That's what we call wealthy place. And happy are you if you find yourself in that place, because that place is actually the place where it's going to work out for you, where everything is going to work out for you, because you have find your way to that place. And also, there are only two categories of men you will always find wealthy place. This wealthy place, there are only two categories of people you will always find in the wealthy place. But despite that they were all in the wealthy place, also they do not sustain equal level of wealth in that place. It's just like I told you, that just like the upgrade of what I will share in the last video. Although they were in the wealthy place, they still do not sustain equal level of wealth in the place. For example, it's like somebody who is in the room, let's say 2 bedroom flat. They are still in the same apartment, they are still in the same building, but they are in different place. You see that now? So it is just a different category. Or let me say somebody say I'm in the school, let's say in university. Then two people say I'm in the school, somebody says in faculty of arts, somebody says I'm faculty of law. They are still the same school premises, but they are different location. Still the same place, but different location. And the reality will determine what they want to do in the faculty of arts and faculty of law will be different. A person that went to study social science studies, let's say political science now, will be different from somebody who went ahead and study law. They won't come out with the same degree, but they went to the same university. See that now? So that's how it is in the wealthy place. So some men has lived to right over others through a mystery that is about to be unveiled to you now, and some are not. But categorically, these two kind of people are both wealthy, but one is much more wealthier than the other, and they use opportunity to exploit. They use the opportunity to exploit over the few individuals. So both of them are wealthy, but one person is more wealthier than the other. So you see that this life, sometimes when we see our fingers, it is not all equal, and it can never be equal. Even though all of us are wealthy, we are still wealthy at a different level. See that now? That's why in the Forbes list of billionaires in the world, you see that they rank them 1 to 100, sometimes 1 to 200, 1 to 1,000, and they show their net worth. Now, I think Elon Musk is I don't remember the list again. I think Elon Musk is part of them, then Bill Gates, then this guy that owns Facebook, then some Amanko, Warren Buffett. Those things, those people, they have wealth in different level. See that now? So they don't have equal amount of wealth, and that's why it is a wealthy place. We are both wealthy, but what to come to wealth, we have different amount of wealth. You see that now? So these two people are actually wealthy, but they are wealthy from different skill. So the first person you are going to see in the wealthy place, let's get started, are called the light bearers. They are those people who bring light. And I'm going to speak in a lot of biblical terminologies, and I'll be relating with the natural things. But just carefully follow me and open your insight. In this category, we have few courageous individuals who are brave enough to dare failure, conquer fear of rejection, and rise above status quo. They leap over walls, they shut the mouths of lions, and put themselves into darkness to bring light where there is none for others to see, and get rewarded heavily for their bravery action. I know that those English are too much for you, but I will sit again and explain. In this category of light bearers, those who bring light, they are category of people, and there are very few courageous individuals. Not my word, few courageous individuals who are brave enough to dare failure, conquer the fear of rejection, and tell you what they pass through before they become life bearers. So that you will not be thinking, oh, life has a way to favor some people more than other people. No, 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 no. Let's get it all clear. This category, we have few courageous individuals who are brave enough to dare failure. They conquer the fear of rejection. They rise above status quo. They leaped over walls. They shut the mouth of lions, and they put themselves into darkness to bring light where there is none for others to see, and get rewarded for their bravery action. That means these people, they have chosen themselves to enter darkness, because if you look very well in the book of Genesis, when God created heaven and earth, God called light out of darkness. He does not create light. That means in every darkness you see, there is light inside this. Just like you turn something inside out. So it was in darkness that God says and said, let there be light. And light came out of that darkness. That means every darkness you see has light inside them. You see that now? It has light inside them. So these are people that are very few. We have them very few in the world. If you as the people say the world is now 8 billion, some people we are 10 billion, some people say they are 12 billion, whatever billion it is the world is right now. The thing is that we can count these people, but they are very, very few. They are 0.00000000001% of the entire world population. Very few individuals. And that is why the reward and the wealth they have is so enormous that people can't just match them on the same level. So these are people, this kind of people are very rare, few and uncommon. They are rare, few and uncommon. If you go to every given country, let me bring it to a perspective of every each country, you will see them. They are very few, rare, and uncommon. They were investors. You can call them investors who put their money into high-risk businesses that yield high returns. They can be called CEOs and entrepreneurs who did not despise the day of little beginning. They do not fear rejection, even if they stand alone for years. You see that now? They do not fear rejection. They did not despise the day of little beginning, even though it requires them to work to stand alone for many years. And they bring new ideas and innovations alien to the civilization. And also through their visionary skills, they were able to see far and discern the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years business that will take place over the globe. And they were good at projecting through the mirror of time. While others are striving under current trend of business, they see far beyond, or they see far before others even reach that thing, or they see beyond what people can see. You see, there are some people, if you check people that are wealthy today, one of the skill you are going to see in their life is the skill of being visionary. They have a lot of foresight. If you check Elon Musk in 2010 downward, he's still a billionaire, let's say a millionaire then. But if you see his old video, he is very, very visionary. And that's how these people work. Very, very uncommon. Very, very rare. They see what others don't see. You know, those times he was talking about, I saw a video, I think 2009 video or so, when Elon Musk was talking about his vision for electric cars. And these are the signs of automobile cars like were just booming. The industry was just trying to evolve. And everybody just seeing cars that use petrol. But this guy is at the beginning boom of the real engineering we're going to see about cars is when this guy was seeing things about electric cars. So a time where Bugatti and Mercedes, Toyota, they were evolving. They are trying. The Ford company are trying to bring out. You know, the innovation was so much. People were enjoying. There's a new Camry in town. You know, and yet somebody is seeing beyond that thing. You see, sometimes when you look at people, you can understand why they should not be poor. They can't be, because they are too visionary. They are too. They engage too much of foresight in what they are doing. See that now, and then 10 years, 25 years down the line, we have electric cars everywhere. That people are now about to drop their automobile car, their mobile car that use fuel. They want to drop it for electric cars now. Now we have electric trains. The innovation is massive. The invention is massive. Somebody is seeing through what others are not seeing. Magnificent sight. See that now. I shared a story of Alibaba years, 2 videos ago. I said this guy went at the internet sensation in the late 90s. That's around 1999 or so. This guy was already dreaming about e-commerce, and those times there's not like e-commerce. I watched that video. He and 11 people or 12 or thereabouts. He gathered them in his room, in upper room in China, and told them his vision about creating a massive, what do you call it now? A massive e-commerce world. See that now. Those kind of teachings are not just ordinary. Those kind of research are not ordinary. They are a great foresight people can see. We call them light bearers. Although the world call them innovator, they call them inventor, they call them, but for me, I call them because they see what others are not seeing. They are ready to dare status quo to bring light out of darkness. Now, currently now, this man called Elon Musk is trying to say he wants to bring people to Mars. Now it's currently on the project of SpaceX, whereby you can through SpaceX you can, you know, just create a spaceship that can carry men from Earth to what do you call it now, to Mars. And he has been on this project for how many years now, and he wants to succeed. He's on the project of creating robots, Tesla robots. You see that now. So these people, they see far beyond what others are not seeing. They can discern in 20 years. And I understand that their spiritual advantage to what they do, but more than that, I also believe that these guys, they engage a lot of, because how can you project over 20-30 years what we reign and we're actually correct? Those things are not ordinary. Look at now. So you must see beyond what they are seeing. These kind of people are called founders of industry. We call them innovators. We call them entrepreneurs. We call them inventors. Blah blah blah. The established companies. They make sure that what they see as sight, they put structure on ground to aid that vision. They bring new ideas and creativity with precision. They know exactly what they want to do. So they bring new ideas and creativity with precision. with precision. It's not that they are trying to um, guess. They know accurately what they want to achieve, and it does not matter how many years it took. They are going to achieve. So when others are doing petty business, no, they want to see far beyond. So this kind of people are only known for one major characteristics. They bring out light where there is darkness. What do I mean by that? They bring out things people have not seen before. When others are busy with common things, they bring out new things. Those are men. Only God knows the kind of innovation and invention we're going to see in the next 20, 30 years. Only God knows. Now we are the advent of AI. If you talk about AI 5 years down the line, nobody, what are you talking about? But now AI has become a boom now in the industry, that every industry want to inculcate the use of AI into their working system. You see that now. So it was somebody that brought that thing out. Somebody brought that thing out. Look at Starlink, a network of a network that work in any country, irrespective of where they are or anything. It works everywhere. See that now. So these ideas, who will believe that a network, we can have a data network that you don't need to be resident in the country, you just have to collect the software and the hardware and then begin to work. There's no there's no mast that was erected, there is no cable wire somewhere that passed into your country. It's just the hardware. You install it, it begin to work. See that now. Massive, absolutely massive. And people don't still know that these things are actually they're actually mind blowing. Yeah, because people want to make us do that. All we see is all there is. No, people want to make us believe that all we see is all that we have. There are still more, and there are still more light bearers that will still bring things that we have not seen before. We are going to see them next time 20, 30 years that we imagine. So this thing can exist. Sometimes you see something that people erect. Like, how do you they even think about these things? When others are not seeing, they are seeing far beyond. Imagine at the boom of AI now. AI is boom now. Somebody is already correctly working on another sensation now that we have not yet known. That maybe after 3, 4 years now it will reveal itself. Somebody's correctly working on something differently now that we have not known before. Currently now, I believe so, that somebody is correctly working on something that we have not seen before. We call them light bearers. They are people that always stay in a ready place. And you see, their wealth does not come instantly. That's the problem of this kind of people. They are the most wealthiest people in the ready place. But their wealth is not instant. It takes time because people will reject them. People will say you don't know what you are doing. People not believe in their vision. People will tell them you are mad. You are doing something wrong. People will say, what are you doing? They don't even make sense. You know, they're going to face a lot of antics and a lot of problems. But when you now see that at the end of the day, by the time what they do now makes sense, they will skyrocketed. Their group will just come up. I don't know when 10 years, 11 years ago, 50 years, there's no like Elon Musk on the 100 Forbes list now. He's not there. It's not there. But just 5 years down the line now, he just come from one place, he just become the first position. And people are wondering, where did this guy come from? Where did this guy come from? Where did he come from? He began to surge out at the death of COVID-19. That was almost very well. If from COVID-19 also this time, people will know. Even when I first heard Elon Musk, I don't even know who he is. As I COVID-19 times, we don't even know him because he's not the first. It was our 6th or 7th year about. But just 2 years later, he scattered thought, and from thought, he entered first, and then he became the greatest person in the world. Magically, people will see, but there's no magic to it. It was a deliberate action, and it's because he has learned to discern what people. Somebody's quietly in his somewhere now, scratching his head. What have people have not yet seen that can do to humanity? And that's how wealth is created. Once you can think, wow, people have not seen this kind of thing before, what can I do? Or what is this solution that people have been doing before, but I can change it in a way that people have not seen before? That's what, because there's nothing that Elon Musk is doing that people have not done before. It's just car. His car is car. Only that he did car in a way whereby it will become electric. You don't know. There's nothing different. There's nothing so serious about everything he's doing. It's just that he has learned to uh, make sure that everything he does it at a level whereby it is not seen or not common or very alien to human. So when people go to behave like that, what they go to have is that they are going to become um, the apex of the wealthy place, because they are risking everything. And before I end this man, I'm sorry I'm using him. There's a time in his company whereby he about to run bankrupt because his vision was weird. He's about to run bankrupt, he's about to close down. Tesla about to close down, and that's be the end of Elon Musk. But he will risk everything, buy money, and do the first electric car that time. It was that first electric car that revived his company back. The company could have died long ago. I can't remember all the story very well now, but it was that time. I can't remember the year. The company is about to shut down, but he did everything, borrow loans, do everything, and he built the first. That was the time he built the first electric car, I think. And then people go say, okay, your idea is good. You go to buy to the idea, people go to invest. That's when his company revived back to what we see today. It's a long risk. It's a long risk, and it's not everybody that can take that risk. Nobody. It's only for few choosing people. It's worth choosing, because if you can't bear that risk, you can commit suicide. You can commit suicide. I tell you, it's not everybody that fail that bounce back. Some people, when the failure become enormous and become grievous, they just took their own life, or they can't bear the pain. See that now. So some people that it takes choosing. It takes you to be chosen by God to withstand some level of failure and still bounce back. Yeah, it takes to be chosen by God. That's why it is for selected few, not for everybody. You see that now. So the first category of people in wedding place are the light bearers. The light bearers, those who bring the light out of darkness. So the second category of people are the light extenders. These people also, they are in the wealthy place. Yeah, light extenders. As we have light bearers, we also have light extenders. So please follow me carefully and let me explain them to you. Light extenders, who are those people? They are people that extend the light. Now, these people, they don't have the courage to bring light, but they have the courage to extend it. Courage is different from courage. Aha. Light extenders are second category of people you will find in the wedding place. Although they were not as brave as, or they're not as brave as the light bearers. They're not as brave to bring light out of darkness, but they are courageous enough to extend the light. So these people, uh, they don't, they can't bring light, they can't create light, but they can extend it. They can go to any length and breadth of the world, and wherever they spot a light, they will go there, they will collect the light and extend it until it reaches everywhere darkness is thriving, until everywhere is illuminated. So these people, what they do is that they can't actually create light, what they do is that they begin to scan around the world where is light, and the moment they see the light, they go there, they collect the light and spread it across. So that's the only risk they can bear. See that now. So they were not the owner of the light, neither do they claim the copyright ownership of any idea or creative innovation, but they can help in extend the light everywhere it is needed. So their own job is that anywhere light is needed, they go there and then they begin to collect light and extend it, they distribute it. So I know that you may not really understand what I'm saying since, but this is what it means. To make this easy for us to understand, let me bring this into a layman understanding, and let me put it into different perspectives. Now, for instance, let's take this as a practical related example, although it does not really give us that perfect meaning, but at least it gave us grand understanding of what I mean. Now, we have those who owns bakery and those who sell the bread. It's two people. We have those who owns the bakery and those who sells the bread. A bakery owner took courage of an entrepreneurship mindset to bring that level of light in a community where bread is scarce. See that now. But the bread seller who sells on retailing platform will come to extend and spread the light the bakery owner has bring forth until the bread reaches everyone who needs bread. You see that now. So if you take the example of a bakery owner and the bread seller, that's a perfect example of light bearer and light extender. Now, a bread seller does not have the courage to own a bakery or doesn't have money to even own a bakery. You can't bear the heat of bakery, everything that comes with production, everything. Doesn't want to go to that. But what he can do is that he can collect the bread and go and sell and have his own profit. So owning a bakery may take a risk, but selling bread take lesser risk. Both of them has risk, but risk is there from risk. The only risk you can have in bread may be the bread fried inside water, if you can swell up, or somebody eats the bread did not give you money, or you sell on credit or something like that. That's one of the reasons you're going to find that kind of business. So, but at the end of it all, both of them will make money, and whereas they are all still in the wealthy place. You get the example now? That means all of them are still the same industry, but they make money at different level. Now, the money a bakery owner will make will be somewhat different from the money a bread seller will make. Because it's bread seller, sometimes we're going to collect the bread on discounts, and they can sell you for, let's say, let me use Naira as an example now, I can sell you for 250 Naira, and we're going to sell the bread for 300 Naira. Or they sell to you at 260 or 280. Maybe your gain on the bread will be 20 Naira per one, per loaf. Do that now. So the more loaf you sell, the more gain you have. Get that example now. I just use that phenomenon for that, so that you can understand the difference between light bearers and light extenders. So that's how it is. Industry who manufacture medicine and the pharmacy who sells them. Look at the gist now. It's the same thing. A pharmacy does not have the money, everything to go and gather material to make a medicine or a drug. But there's an industry that do that. They manufacture the drug, but if pharmacists can sell them, you see that now. A company who produce clothes also, and distributors or retailers or boutique who sells them, they are different things. A textile or a fabric company is different from distributor or the retailer or the boutique that sells those. You know what it takes to make fabric into a cloth. You go to the farm, you collect the cotton, you collect some things together, you dye them, you change the color, do everything, and then you make the clothes become ready made to wear. Some people will come and collect and carry all the clothes, buy it off, and go and resell. Whatever they sell the market, that's their own gain. It does not concern you. What concerns you that you have sell at the gain whereby it has covered all your production costs and give you profit. So the list can be endless, and it goes on and on with the same mindset, with the same understanding of being a light creator or being a light extender. So either way you find yourself among the two, be a good one. So you understand that if you are a uh, if you are a light extender, you are going to take the lights people have already created and you are going to make light and extend the light people that need it. Just like you take somebody's product and go and resell. Sometimes people don't know that this thing in wealth creation, um, distributors, retailers, they make more money too. Because sometimes when you go to a level whereby that level you are now directly buying from the company, there's a discount that comes with it. A distributor has more money than a retailer. You see that now. And retailer still have more than people that are just buying to sell a small portion of it. You see that now. So it goes down the chain. So many distributors are wealthy. In fact, many companies cannot thrive without certain distributor because they are the backbone, they are like the marketer. So, and distributors as they were some of them are distributor for many companies, especially if it's a competitive product. For example, now, let's say toothpaste. Toothpaste now, in Nigeria now, I think I can count up to 6 or 7 toothpaste industry that I know. And they have to create market for their products. And those market can only be created. People that create that market will depend on the distributor that want that product to be seen. So distributors have a chain of customers they sell products to, and they know how to convince them. They are sometimes they call them marketers. Because if you don't convince the general public about the product, they will not buy. It's more than advert. You know, distributor marketers, they own the market at the local level, at the consumer level, because any market that does not deep down to the consumer level is not a real market, because until you know who and who is consuming your product, you can't guarantee you are going to sell. You get it now? So people don't understand that these things is not just about opening a company or you have a things. If you don't have people that want to use that what you are creating, you will not still sell. And that's the reason why many companies fails. Imagine as we are clamoring for Elon Musk now, he now prepare all those robots. What is again? He create all those cyber truck. He created all those Tesla motors that does not use fuel, and nobody is buying it. What do you think happen? You run at loss. But because he was trying, because some people are life extender, they took his product and they give him leverage. It come on terms and on conditions. We sell this car for you, and we are going to give you this kind of discount, and you agree, because until those people extend that light, he himself will not even become what he become today. So every light bearer still need a light extender, because if those people does not buy what you are selling or force it on the market, force on the consumer, sometimes when I've worked in the area of marketers, distributors level before, I have seen how those people make sure that they want to make if you have a good deal with them and they want to make your products to become popular, what they do is that they have a way to shut down that product, to saturate your product with the market, at least they can do it for 2 or 3 weeks or 1 month, depending on the deal you have with them. So some distributors have power to sabotage many products to allow the product to be seen in the market. So they have power too. They can, like extenders, have a lot of leverage in their hands as well. They may not know how to bring a product, or they not even have any company that produce anything. But I'm telling you, people that produces depend on them. Now, let's say for example, now I want to start a toothpaste company. Number one, I'm entering a perfect competitive market of already a different brand that are doing well. Now, if I just entered into the industry and I begin to mass produce toothpaste, what will happen on the long run is that I'm going to be frustrated because nobody will buy, because I'm already in a saturated kind of market. Now, if I want to thrive, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to find major distributors, people who have chain of retailers and the final consumer at hand. I'm going to enter deal with them. Okay, if you sell the product for me, it will be 70-30. I'll give you a certain percentage of mine. And no matter how new your product is, these people will make it, they will force it on people. They have a way to do it. I've got many of them. Somebody came sometimes and said, is it Maggi or toothpaste as well? They shut down other products in the market, and they make it look as though the company has closed down. So they now give leverage for this product to do, so that they now circulate this product very well. People see it of all everywhere. And after a while, people accept that product. I've seen some new products gain market uh, visibility because of distributor that did them. We call them light bearers. So the same way a bakery owner is important, in the same way a bread seller is important. A bread seller can be selling for 3 different bakeries, but you as a baker or anything, you have only one monopoly. But a bread seller can take product of different uh, company that make bread and sell. And the one that make, if a big bread seller that has that has good visibility, a good bakery can have what do you call it now? Don't like ambassador brand, ambassador kind of thing. That okay, you're selling my bread for me, I'm going to give you this discount. See that now, and you see that the person bread will be gaining, even if not good, will gain more traction in the market than others. And there's a way to make it good for people. And especially if you are good, actually doing a good product, oh my god, you have a leverage. So the list can be endless. Sometimes the final consumer chain with the distributor and retailers can make a product well known, and there is still other good product in the market, but people don't know it because they can decide what and what to be visible. The company can be running adverts up and down, you not still sell until there's a reaction chain from the final consumer down to the distributor. And if you have your way with them, then happy are you. So these are the people that actually work that make up the wedding place, both the light bearers and also the light extender. So the list can be on and on and on and on. As good as in Nigeria now, we have Dangote Refinery. No matter how good his refinery is, until you have a final consumer that will buy his product, he's still wasting his time. Because the backbone of any business is making sales. Any business that does not make more money will shut down. No matter how good your innovation is, it will shut down completely and it will not even make sense again. So no matter how good you want to make sense, it will not still make sense because you don't have the understanding of what. So but before I shut down for today, there's God's strategy to give wealth. God always seeks to possess all of a man before he gives wealth to him. I just want to keep this in before I round up this category. God always seeks to possess all of a man before he gives wealth to him. This means the spirit, soul, and body of a man must belong to God before he releases blessings to that person. So God does not bless you at the expense of your soul. No. He wants your spirit to belong to him, your soul, your body, willingly. Not God does not coerce anybody willingly. Then you are deserved. But Satan's strategy is that Satan desires to collect people's soul also, sometimes people's blood, sometimes it can be generational covenants. So when it comes to Satan and God, they have different platform by which they use this to bless it, or let me bless to help people. Do that now. So the dimension of God is actually different from the dimension of Satan, and we should always understand this thing in good perspective, so that when we know that it is not just about money, it's about allegiance, it's about strategy, it's about knowing who your heart belongs to. So whether God or Satan, you are still going to pay allegiance to somebody. But the thing is that let it be that you carefully pledge allegiance, not a half-baked allegiance or an allegiance that does not really bring uh, much profit. Be careful, don't stand on the fence. And sometimes, unfortunately, you can't stand on the fence because if you are not consciously paying allegiance to God, unconsciously you are paying allegiance to Satan. See that now. So if your heart is not on God, unconsciously your heart will be on Satan. Unconsciously so. You will not be consciously, but you can't stand on the fence on this matter. So if you are seeking wealth, be consciously seeking it in God's perspective, so that you will not be unconsciously seeking it in Satan's perspective. And Satan has a way to trap you, even your ignorance, because he loves ignorance a lot. When Satan sees that you are ignorant of what you are doing, he takes advantage of it because he loves it. But when you know that you have knowledge and you know what you are doing, and you are actually possessed, you are paying your allegiance to God, then Satan knows that this person knows what he's doing and he wants to make money in God's way. And like I always say that you don't need God to make money. There are many unbelievers that does not know God and they make money. So you don't need God to make money. You only need God to make money in a godly way. That's the difference. So can I have money without God? Yes. Can I have money without Jesus? Absolutely, you can. But why should I still need Jesus to make money then? It's because we want to make money in his way. Because people that make money outside of him, they only make money and he remain in this earth. That's all. You won't go beyond this earth. Their soul, their spirit, their body doesn't belong to God. All they have is just money, and that's all. And after now, when there's eternity in view, where no money can have effect, then the struggle begins. So I believe that we have already get our value for time, and we understand this perspective very well, the issue of wealth and the wealthy place very well. And I believe that we have gained traction and understanding of the two people that always or that exist in the wealthy place. In the wealthy place. So until next time I come your way, do well to like, subscribe, and share this video. And whatever it is you feel like you does not understand, do well to put it in the comment section, and then we'll look over it together. Until next time I come your way, remain blessed and God bless you. Bye for now.